Hi everybody, my name is Jeff Heffler. I'm the Director of Bands here at Paredes Middle School. Today we're going to start off the first in a series of videos we are going to do called Intro to Band. These are going to be a quick introduction to all the most basic concepts that we're going to be using every day in our band class. We're going to be playing on our instruments, we're going to be making a lot of great sounds, and we want to make sure you guys understand what to do. We want to make sure you guys understand how to read music, how to be able to look at it and understand everything you're going to see on a page. So today's video is going to be the first in a series of introducing some stuff that some of you might have seen in elementary school, but for a lot of you this may be brand new. And the first thing that we're going to look at today is going to be the staff. The staff is where we place all of the notes that we find in our music. It is the setting for all the music that takes place in our class. Whenever we read or write notes, wherever it is, if it's on a screen, if it's on a page, if you're going to see it in band class, you're going to see it on a staff. The staff is made up of two parts. The first part is going to be our lines. There are a total of 5 lines on our staff. I'll say that again because it's super important. The staff has a total of 5 lines. When we count them, we always count them from the bottom up. All the lines are going to be parallel and they're going to be horizontal. If you notice on the page here, that dot is right in the middle of that line. When we have a note that's on a line, it's going to go right in the middle of that line. We have line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4, and line number 5. Again, for a total of 5 lines on our music staff. Now the second part of our staff are the spaces that we find between the lines. So if you look on this, different from where we saw that dot on our lines, when it's on a space, when we find a note that's on a space, we're going to see that note that occurs right between those two lines. We have space 1, space 2, space 3, and space 4 for a total of 4 spaces. Again, that's 5 lines, 4 spaces. Sometimes in our staff, we'll go above our staff, and sometimes we'll go below. This is going to depend on which instrument you're playing. Some instruments go outside of the staff with some of the first notes they play, and some don't go there for a little while. We're going to teach you how to read these. We're going to teach you how to figure out where they are. That's coming up a little bit later in one of our lessons about something called ledger lines. So you'll be seeing that a little bit later, but not today. We introduced a couple of new vocabulary terms, and I'd like to take a moment and just do a quick review of some of those words in case they're new for you. The first word we saw today was horizontal. Horizontal means moving from side to side. The opposite of horizontal means vertical, up and down. In our case, we saw the lines on our staff were written horizontal, meaning they were written from left to right in a straight line. The second word is setting. Setting is the place or location where something takes place. In our case, we mean where our music takes place. The staff is the setting for where we perform. Our next word is parallel. Parallel lines move in the same direction. They never cross. The opposite of parallel is perpendicular, where lines cross and form 90-degree angles. In our case for today, the term parallel, that's going to apply to our staff, meaning that we have 5 parallel lines. They run alongside of each other, but they never cross. Now, just a quick review, the most essential concepts that we're going to see here on our staff. The staff is the setting for all of our music. It's where we place every one of our notes. The essential details that we're going to see. We have a staff made up of 5 long, parallel, horizontal lines. There are 4 spaces between each line. Again, 5 lines, 4 spaces. Again, trust me guys, this is important. 5 lines, 4 spaces. When we start counting on our lines and our spaces, we're going to start from the bottom up. So our bottom line is going to be called our first line. And our top line is going to be called our 5th line. Every note that you see is going to be placed on either a line or on a space. We're going to give you guys a couple of worksheets here to work through this, to give some examples of you writing down some lines, you writing down some notes on either a line or on a space. Again, very important. 5 lines, 4 spaces, count from the bottom up. Once you're comfortable with that, we can move on and we can start giving some letter names to some of these notes here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Please contact us. We want to help you guys. We want to help you learn this to the absolute best of your ability. So please feel free to reach out to us with any questions, any misunderstandings you might have. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the work that you're doing, and we look forward to seeing you soon.